If I look at my entire life, every bit of path I was on, look, if it wasn't for him taking interest in me and saying, hey, I'm going to take your case for free, I would never be here. I would be a statistic in the system, and I probably would have got out in 2 years or a year if I would have got out, been fucking useless, angry, and just went and fucking murdered someone and went right back in. Society is so stacked against the average man and the average boy. Like, it obviously starts with childhood. You have two working parents.
Right.
You have a fucking, look at when you walk through a store these days, they just throw this fucking phone at this kid's face and they say, look at the phone. It's like, I feel so bad, the lack of purpose that like the average guy has. Like, I don't even know, like, it's just real.
But why would he have purpose? What's in it for him?
You just don't give people like the message. Like, your message is all bleak.
The predictions are pretty bleak. Like, there's been studies done. It's not by me, Sean. They're by like people like bankers.
And again,
like, bankers have put out studies that predict the next 10 years and like where things are going. And these are people with no political agenda. These are saying invest in invest in cat food because women are not going to have children.
As a man who's done that most of my fucking life, it's real fun, by the way, that at some point you're just like, all right, what's next?
Well, I'm not saying that you don't have that, but I wouldn't really expect a marriage to last for life in general. I wouldn't expect it. So
Islam, put a fucking pajama
no,
on
I'm
your
not
face.
on that Islam train. That's
that's
Nico and the Tates.
You know.
That's not me.
Yeah,
that's not. I'm not.
Bro,
I'm
is
not.
Tate a Muslim?
I'm not.
Is
going,
Andrew Tate
I'm not,
a Muslim?
But
guys, by the way, Andrew Tate's a piece of shit. That's like a fucking snake not biting you and saying, well, he's
would
a
you
snake.
do a show with him? Like, would you ever like say this to his face, or would you just? Oh, you would.
The problem,
so if I said I could set it up.
The problem with Andrew Tate, you guys are real violent. I'd have to make sure I leave my gun in the car.
I could bring a security guard.
I'd have to make sure I leave my gun in the car. I don't know, man.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Sitdown. Today, I have the one, the only, the legend, Sean Strickland. Welcome to the show.
This is a real dope little casting couch we got here, man. It's real nice here, guys. A lot of lights. Good, it's real good.
Yeah, that's how podcasts work, Sean.
No, this is real fucking professional, man.
Yeah, I was debating if I should bring up the fact that I cooked you last time.
No. So let me tell you.
I did cook you.
Let me tell you why
we did a podcast a year ago, and I
Let
cooked.
me tell you why I'm sitting in this chair. Back when I was doing my podcaster thing with my buddy Chris Curtis, a liberal, it was fun. It was good. It was way too much work. He was unreliable. Might have been a black thing. I don't know. But he was unreliable. I think it was a Curtis thing. Anyways, so I brought Pearl on, and then the footage got lost. And like, I will call
mad convenient, guys.
So,
when I cook, the footage always gets lost.
No, I will call
every time I cook a guy.
I'll call this.
I understand it puts you guys.
I will call this fucker right now. He has no idea I'm here. One sec.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, you guys know I don't do fucking podcasts. I tend to cry and shit on them, so I don't do them.
You cry on podcasts?
Yeah, I cried on podcasts.
Really?
You didn't see it? Oh yeah, no, it was real sad.
About what?
Oh,
like your childhood or something?
And the worst thing was, like, he just showed pure, utter, like, if you want to talk about, like, all the fucked up shit that happens to you in your life, if you could do it, like, jokingly, and like, oh, yeah, man, your fucking dad beat the shit out of your mom, like, you seen your mom get raped, like, you could make a joke out of it, but the moment a man looks at you sincerely, like, he actually gives a fuck, the wall kind of breaks down, you're just like, keep your shit together, you fucking pussy.
Yeah. Oh, wait, so you cried on a podcast?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Was that embarrassing for you, or were you, like, okay with it? Because I think if I cried on a podcast, like, I would be pretty embarrassed.
You know what it was? Like, it wasn't like, it was more of just like a keep your shit together. But, I don't care, man. Like, my dog died, you guys.
Your dog died?
Like, like a little German Shepherd. I mean, I technically put her down. But.
Okay.
But I have, like, pictures of her in my house. Like, every now and then I'll go and, like, look at the picture of her. I just, like, fucking break down. I'm an emotional guy, guys. Real fucking soft.
Have you always been that way? Like, would you say you've always been, like, an emotional person?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Really? Like, even in, like, high school, were you... Like, what were you like? If I met Sean Strickland in high school, what would you have...
well, it depends. So...
Like, what kind of... Would you say you're different today than you were then? Or would you say you're like the same person?
Before I started fighting, I was like a Bryce Mitchell. No, before I started, Bryce Mitchell.
I don't know who that is.
He was the guy that said he'd like to go fishing with Hitler.
Oh, nice.
Dude, you're a fucking influencer. I do not follow this shit.
I don't really keep up with influence. I have like a show, and I don't really. You should feel special. I don't interview people often, so.
Okay, you interview people all the fucking time, dude. Yeah, all the fucking time. So no, anyways, in high school, I was fucked up. I was so angry. Like I was like a little neo-Nazi.
So you're a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, I guess that's what they call like a new age Nazi. So
Really? Like, what does that mean to be a Nazi? Like, did you have like the swastika
I got
or
kicked
whatever?
out of high school. Funny, all the fucked up shit. The thing that got me kicked out of high school was a Jewish guy was running for class president. I was like, last thing we need is another Jew in power. Go. That's not even that racist. You know, I said way worse. No, but like.
But that's kind of your sense of humor.
No, but I mean, I was also really fucking racist.
Oh, okay. So you were racist.
So like, yeah, back then I meant it 100%. Now I don't give a fuck. No, so
but
like.
you're not now?
I mean, a little bit. I'm a little racist these days. No, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So like, I guess you would say this is all my mom's fault, right? Sure, my mom's fault. So no, like.
Probably.
Yeah, probably, man. Fuck, mom, dude, you really fucked me up here. Maybe you're racist, you know?
Yeah.
So no, I was so my grandfather was like this really big like he was like the only really father figure I had, you know? Like he was like this big old white man, fucking super racist. Super fucking racist. Like dropped the N-bomb all the time. But I also grew up in like SoCal in the 90s. And like SoCal in the 90s was like racist. Like it wasn't like closed door racism. It was like racism. We'd all dropped the N-word publicly. Like it was straight racist.
Really?
That's how it was in the 90s, man. I don't know where'd you grow up at.
And well, I was in the suburbs of Chicago. So it was pretty like sheltered, I would say.
Yeah,
I went to like Catholic school. I went to the same school with like 30 kids from pre-K to like 8th grade.
That makes sense.
So it was like the same people.
So you guys watch this that are from the IE. You're like hearing me talk and like, oh yeah, dude, that sounds like fucking Corona, dude. It was real fucking racist. Like the prisons are even segregated.
Really?
But, yeah, and still
No way.
Or the county jail. The county jail. I should say.
What was that like? Was your high school pretty diverse or no?
All Mexican, all Hispanic. All Hispanic, couple black guys, but like mostly Hispanic. Like I grew up in
Really?
Corona, that's why I'm really about to build the wall, dude. Fucking.
Well, that's why I'm surprised that you like grew up racist, because you'd always imagine it would be like that you would have grown up around all white people.
No, it's all Mexican. But it wasn't necessarily who I grew up around with. It was my influences. So my grandfather, 6'7", white guy, I looked up to him. I thought he was like fucking Superman, you know. And then you come to find out he's like this big fucking piece of shit who beat up his fucking wife and, you know, ruined my mom, as you would say, or you'd say my grandma did.
Wait, so your grandpa beat up your grandma?
Yeah,
and
like so he was like this big piece of shit. But when you're like a little, you know, you're a little Sean, and you're fucking bullied and beat up, and like your dad.
And so you were going to school and you were getting like the shit beat. You?
No,
like you of all people were getting.
No, it was usually like I would fuck up people my size, and then like, you know, somebody.
Someone bigger. But you probably got off on that. Like
no, it sucked, man. It sucked.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
you
sucked.
like to fight, obviously. So like,
well, like,
you can't say you didn't like to fight.
No, it's not
like,
that. I wanted to be a bad person. And
okay.
I wanted to learn how to be a bad person, so I liked fighting.
Okay.
But, you know, it's like, so back to like my racist upbringing. So my dad, you know, royal piece of shit, guys. Real fucking bad guy. Like, real fucking bad guy. You don't know anything about this, Pearl, but real bad guy. Fucking, I mean, real bad. Anyways, I mean, not that bad, but, you know, there's a lot worse. It wasn't that bad. There's a lot worse. I mean, I heard him rape my mom once or twice, but, you know, maybe they just like to have a good time.
Wow. So you heard that like as a kid?
No,
wow.
So anyways, back to my upbringing. I was, I just grew up so angry. Like, you know, I was like an introvert, like isolated, you know. I was homeschooled like most of my life. So I grew up pretty much with my dad, who's a piece of shit I hated, but my grandfather was like my hero. He was in the military, you know, he was like my fucking hero. And so he would like aspire and preach all this shit. And then I would just like, it was a glue to me. And now I was also so fucking angry. We're like, I mean, the level of anger that like, you women don't know this, but like, I was so angry that if you would have gave me a knife and you said, hey, you could fucking murder a man with it, like, it would be like Christmas morning. Like, I was so fucking angry, so angry. So naturally, my grandfather, who's like the only really male role model I have, I just stick to it. And I'm also fucking really pissed off and angry. So now it's like I have something to hate. So now it's like, yeah, I know fucking black people, Jews. Like I have something to fucking hate. Like I have a direction, like fucking full sin, right?
And that was because of like the abuse from your
Yeah,
grandpa
like-
and your. What would you say it was like? Like what was a typical day like for you? Like you got up and they just beat. They.
Yeah, I think it depends. So like, I'm going deep here, guys. Keep the tears away, right? So my mom. It's actually funny. Like as I get older, I understand you a little bit more with like I don't resent my mom, but like
Yeah, you do.
no, I don't resent my mom.
Yes,
I don't
you
resent
do.
my mom. But like
You do.
as I get older, you start looking back and you're like, oh man, like that really fucking happened, right?
Right.
So I mean, we'll just fast forward to like elementary school.
But it's interesting because like even when people have like shitty parent, and I'm not saying you did or you didn't, but what I've noticed is like people always blame their fathers way worse than their mothers when their mothers a lot of times are like just as bad.
Oh yeah.
Like you always hear about the dad first.
But the
always.
problem is women assume the victim role.
Yeah, I know.
But then you realize that you kind of have to assume the victim role. Like at no point you could just leave. And now, sorry, it's real fucking tasty.
Well, what would stop you from leaving as a woman?
I think a lot of things. Fear, comfort. It's like
Well, but the police are on your side, the media's on your side, the government.
the problem with you though,
Yeah.
and not a problem. I mean, not like bro, but the problem with you, it's like you put blame, or I just put like it is what it is. Like you put blame, and like I just look at like cause and effect. My mom grew up around an abusive, drunk alcoholic that used to beat the fuck out of her mom. And she is just continuing the cycle.
Yeah, she married someone that was
my
the same.
dad, dude. I have like a long line of like alcoholics and drug addicts in my family, and he just kind of continued. So I don't.
But you seem like you're not like you don't seem to have a drug or alcohol problem.
No.
I mean,
but I stayed away. So one
Yeah.
of the best things about me was like I was so racist that I always just I always just like associated that with like minorities.
okay.
So like you had these key
Even though your parents were like,
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
100%. So I had these like this key window to when like I should have started like doing drugs and experimenting, where I was like fuck, because I was angry. I was like fuck that, I don't do that shit. I don't want to be like those beep beep beep, So like it kind of the only reason why I'm not a drug addict today. I always say like I'm not religious, but if there was ever a God, the devil's been the only one that's helped me. Because like if he didn't, and like if I wasn't so angry and had such a hard line in the sand, I'd be a fucking crackhead. I'd be doing fucking meth. You'd see me outside right now, beg for change. No, I probably would just fucking murder somebody. It's been like another statistic.
okay, so what was like a day in your life? Like, were you abused every day or?
It was kind of weird. Like this was pretty like routine with me. So, I mean, I don't know if I was abused. Like it was more of like I was there to protect my mom. Being a little kid. So like, I think a lot of people relate to me because this is fucking common. Like I even tell my woman, she's like, Sean, you don't know, like you're not common. I'm like, no, babe, I'm fucking common. You don't understand. Like, you know how many people watch your podcast? Like, oh yeah, I know what that's fucking like. I've been there. Like,
Yeah.
Like I think it's way more common than people want to admit. But so I don't know. Like elementary school, I'd go to school late. I was in like special ed. I was in special ed every time I was in elementary school. So I would, which is really funny because like, I'll tell you that after that. So I'd wake up, go to school late. My mom worked a job. My dad worked a job. My dad was a meat cutter. My mom was a meat cutter. My dad would get home at like 5. I'd just fucking be fucking off. He would start drinking around 6. And then by like 9 o'clock, fucking World War III. Like by 9 o'clock, dude, when the beers fucking kicked in, he'd always accuse my mom of cheating on him, which I think she was, but whatever, man. He was a piece of shit. I'd do the same thing.
Okay.
So like, I mean, it would pretty much be like I would be laying by I would be in the kitchen, in the corner of the kitchen, right? And I would be like in the corner at my mom's leg, like trying to protect her from my dad. Like, as my dad's like, oh, you're a piece of shit. Like my dad would tell her crazy shit. Like, I mean, my earliest memories, like I'm going to cut your head off and bury you in battery acid so you can see. you can see being a kid, hearing how your mom's going to get decapitated.
So, and you heard this. So basically,
This was like my whole entire life.
So when you were like, basically he would have some beers and at like 9 o'clock at night, you would just hear him like screaming at your mom.
All night long till 3 in the morning.
Okay.
So like, and then I would go and I would stay up until like 3 in the morning. And I would sleep and miss school. So I would go to school and they would, you know, I wasn't like, they'd be like, Sean's a fucking idiot. Can't read, can't write, can't like, you know, fucking he's an idiot. Like he's fucking autistic. He's stupid. So they made me take an IQ test once and I just fucking crushed it. Like the teacher pulled me aside. She's like, you have one of the highest IQs in the school. Like I've never seen, like, so they pulled me in the office and they're like, well, and they made me take it in front of like 3 people and they watched me take the test. And they're like what the, like,
No way.
They're like, what is wrong with this kid? And they don't realize it's because.
Wait, what was going on at home?
Yeah. And it was, I mean, they had to know. They had to fucking know. Like I would always want to like, and this is where my mom, you know, like I would always want to sleep in their room because I always thought my dad was going to kill my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, I mean, there'd be times where like my vivid memories of, we had this dirty orange fucking carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was fucking gross. Like just like encrusted with like food and beer and like, you know, you guys know it is that old carpet that should have been changed by 10 years, but never cleaned. So like, I mean, this happened on multiple occasions. I remember like army crawling. I'm probably like in 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm army crawling under the bed. And then I remember it like so vividly that there's like fleas jumping all over me.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm laying there, there's fucking like fleas jumping all over me. There's then there's like a fucking dildo next to me. Mind you, I'm in like 3rd grade, right?
Okay.
But here I am, but you gotta think, like I'm a little kid who loves his mom, who thinks his mom's gonna fucking die.
Okay.
So like to me, it's like I think as a kid, like my mom is gonna die tomorrow. You know? So I'm like, and this happened more than once where I'd go hide under the bed. I mean, I've heard my mom get fucking violently raped, you know, from my dad, like real fucked up things. And there's one time, and this is where fucking women, dude, blame women. My dad gets on top of her and he starts fucking strangling her. And I'm still like, there's fleas on me. There's a fucking dildo next to me, you know. Like, I'm like, this is fucked up. And I'm like standing there crying, you know. So I actually don't think I was crying. I was probably just trying to be quiet. And then he gets on top of her. And I think he remembers like, today's the day you're gonna fucking die. And he like gets on, he chokes her. And I get out. And there's like, the only thing I see next to me is a guitar. And I pick up the guitar and I fucking smash over his head. I grab the phone, I call the cops, and then what does my mom do? Bails him out of jail. So this is whenever you say blame women, and there is blame to women, because like you literally like this guy was on top of you saying he's gonna kill you, and you bailed him out of fucking jail.
Well, women have all the choice in this situation.
Yeah, and that's
like
kind of
we do. Like I it's
but how do
it's
you,
hard
how
for
do you blame them?
it's hard
How
for
do
me
you
to
bl-
say
but
this
saying, how do
because
you
that's a
blame
very
it? But how do you blame her though? She's a product.
well. Who did like she picked?
But
like,
she's a product of generational like.
But you don't drink, right?
So I don't really believe in free will.
Okay.
Like her path was set. Whether it be lack of intelligence, society, like who she.
But then why do people with paths that you would think are set, like you, for example, your grandpa was an alcoholic, your dad was an
dumb
alcoholic.
luck.
Why aren't you an
I'm
alcoholic?
utterly lucky.
You know, like Jade.
No, this is what I'm telling you. I'm fucking
You know,
lucky.
I know, but you could even look at other examples, like J.D. Vance. Like his family was really messed up. He wrote a book about it.
I think I also put my addiction towards anger. Like again,
Yeah.
so like my addiction. When I say that I grew up really racist, like I tell that story because I want you guys to understand like the kind of demons that were living inside of me. You know. So
Was your mom ever abusive towards your dad, or was it just one way?
just one way. So my mom, like I don't know, she probably cheated him all the time. So my dad would get home drinking, and like I remember like, but I mean this was just like. I mean, this was every.
How many siblings do you have? Is it
okay?
okay?
One's a school psychologist. The other one's like bartender, single mom. My brother is like one of my closest friends. He actually like crushed it in life. Works for a great company. Like does great business, makes good money. Yeah, he's crushing it.
So, what did you do after high school?
So, I was homeschooled in junior high. I was homeschooled in elementary school. So, like, I don't know, for the IE kids, fucking Kamala Harris, that cunt. She did a program that pretty much said that if your kids are truant, the parents goes to jail. And so my mom's like, I'm not going to school. So they homeschooled me for like 3 years. And then I went back to school in junior high. And I was like, I was like the lost boy. Dude. I was like unsocialized. I had no skills. I was violent. I was racist. So you go and you put me in these like groups of like people, and then immediately within like 2 months, I was kicked out, put in like a segregation class where like you go in 3 hours later, you leave 3 hours earlier. So they do it sort of like to not be around people. So that went on. I went to high school. And then same thing. Fucking got kicked out of school. Went to like a continuation school, Orange Grove or Phoenix, whatever it was.
And do you feel like you got kicked out because the system just wasn't set up for you to succeed?
I think it's hard.
Or do you think it was because of your choices?
So, and this is where I think, like, could you picture right now a little kid? And maybe I was a little asshole and deserved it, but can you picture right now, like a fucking, how old are you in like 7th grade?
What is that, 10, 11? 11, 12?
Yeah, like
12
can you
maybe?
picture right now, dude? I mean, there was one time I had drew a swastika on my arm, and the teacher like pulled me out of class and like grabbed me by the shirt and like started talking shit to me. Sir, if I ever met you, I'll fuck kill you. But anyway,
Make sure you talk to the mic.
Fucking kill you.
Okay.
But anyway, so like, and he's like yelling at me. But can you picture like being an adult right now? If a little kid were to walk in, and he's like, you could tell he's fucked up, and then you just like continue like to fuck him up even more. I don't know, man. It's just like, yeah, like 100%. Nobody gives a fuck. They just try to like, they look at you as a bad apple, and they just got to segregate. I don't give a fuck.
So when did you start your fight career?
So I got kicked out of school, and dude, I was just angry. And this was actually one good thing my mom did. She got me into fighting. But like, I would be like fucked up, man. I would walk through like 14 years old. I'd go walk through like a bad area with a knife, and just like, man, like I'm just waiting for a motherfucker, just waiting to kill a motherfucker. Like, and that's why I say that a lot of my life is luck, because like, I mean, it only took one person to like say something to me when I was a kid, and I would every day. I'd be in a bad mood and I'd go outside and look for that and just wait for that one person. Like when you see the news of like, oh, random boy stabs random guy, and you're just like, how the fuck is that guy a psychopath? Like, no, you're just so angry that like you're so angry. The only thing that will make like you feel better if you hurt somebody, the only thing. So when I was 14, I think my mom seen that I was just like on this destructive, fucked up path. And then she put me in, I went and signed up at a gym. Dude, it happens. I mean, I even think about it, it makes me emotional because, like, you don't understand the moment. And I got the shit kicked out of me. I was like 14 years old fighting professional pros, and they beat the living fuck out of me. Bloody nose. Only time in my life I ever felt like the first time in my life I felt happiness. It's all fucked up and bloody. And like, and then at that moment, like, I started realizing. So people don't know this about me, but I like used to have long hair. It like went around the internet for a long time.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip going around.
Yeah,
it went around, like, yeah.
Yeah, it went around the internet for a long time.
Yeah, why'd you shave it?
Well, I'll tell you. So
okay.
I had like a shaved head. Like I was white. I've been white trash my whole life, shaved head and boots. But I had like such a negative like view on me as a kid. And like as an adult, you look back, you're like, dude, you're just fucked up. So whenever I started fighting and like all that racism and anger went away, and I kind of dissected who I was, I wanted to run away from it so much. Like I just wanted to run away from like my past. And like it scared me because you imagine like how do I want to be a professional fighter, and you know, here I am in junior high, elementary school, high school doing fucking the Hell Hitler salute. Like that's not gonna work, dude. Like that's not gonna work. So I just wanted to run away from it as far as I can. So I grew my hair out and like completely changed my identity just to kind of like get away from that. And then later on, I just like, dude, you know, you almost like every time I'd wear a suit, like, so I'd put on a suit for a press conference, and I'd like look in the mirror, like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Did you feel like you were a natural when you started fighting, or did you feel like you were an underdog?
So with me, and this goes a lot, I have real low self-esteem. Like I have like the lowest self-esteem you could have. And like you try to work on it. Do you have high self-esteem?
I think I have medium self-esteem. Yeah.
When you play sports.
That's what a lot of the like women will say to me, that I have really low self-esteem. I think I'm cocky sometimes.
But you played sports, right? You played at a high level, didn't you?
Pretty, not as high as you, but like pretty high.
But like collegiate, right?
Yeah, I played in college.
What was your sport?
Volleyball. I played basketball too, but I was
But did you
better.
have like belief that you would go out there and win, or did you have like everybody has
Do you know
doubt?
what? At my club, I played club volleyball in high school, and I started on like the bottom team, but I always just felt like I could outwork people. So I was a bench warmer on the third team, and by my senior year, I was starting on the first. So when I was in high school, there was a time I have a really good relationship with my dad, right? And I was really
How
frustrated.
about your mom?
My mom and I have an okay relationship.
I guess we should ask about you.
But it's not terrible. It's all right. But my dad basically, like, after a game, I was like, Dad, you don't understand. Because my dad's like, I think my dad, this is kind of delusional, but I do think my dad's as smart as Trump. Like, I literally think he is that intelligent. And I know it's delusional. No one has to believe me. He's not a public figure. No one will ever know. But it's like one time after a game, he like talked to me and I was like, Dad, you don't understand. Like, you're so smart. Like, you just get things. Cause it was like a game I played basketball and I didn't understand the plays. Like, I forgot them. And I was like, Dad, you just don't get it. And he told me, he's like, you know, you work hard though. And he's like, when I hire people, I would take someone that works hard over someone talented, like every single time. And that was just kind of like when I was a kid, like I felt like I could do anything because I could I could outwork people. But then I tried to go D1 and I didn't make it. So I went D3. So it turns out I couldn't, but that wasn't always true. But, you know, I did always feel like I did better than like I should have. Like, because at my club, I was on the bottom team and I could always work up, you know. So I was kind of curious if you felt like, because I don't know if you see this in sports a lot. I think that you really see how work ethic, like, because you see the people that are just like naturally, at least for me, like I could see the girls that were like naturally talented, but they were lazy. And over time, they just like, they would just go down a team every year. And then you would see the people that would like move up every year.
I think so. In fighting, I think a lot of it's self-confidence. So you
Really?
watch guys do things and they just have this unshakable belief in themselves. Like I always use John Jones, you know, like real fucking piece of shit, John Jones. But, you know, he one of the greatest MMA fighters. Like beat up his chick, fucking hit a pregnant woman. You know, typical fucking superstar shit to do.
Yeah.
But like when he used to fight back in the day, he would reinvent striking. Like every time he would fight, he would do something. And then it would become industry standard. Like,
But how could you say you're not confident if you're a very successful fighter?
well,
Like you beat
I mean, I've beat a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably I'm like top in the world.
Yeah.
But it's more of like, but it's just when you grow up in severe abuse, it just fucks with your psyche. Like when every day you're told that you're a piece of shit, that you fucking suck, that you have no friends, you're like isolated. That's a really difficult thing to kind of like move past in life. And you always kind of self-sabotage yourself. You always like, if you don't believe that you deserve success, you'll never have it. So like as a fighter, that's one of my struggles and that I got to go through. Like I have to like tell myself in the mirror that like, no, man, like you are fucking good. I can go spar a world champion kickboxer or go, you know, train with an Olympic wrestler and fuck them up. And even after I do that, there's this moment of like, no, man, like there's still so much self-doubt. And I think that people that go through severe trauma, I mean, when you feel like nothing in your entire life, how do one day you just snap it on and like, all right, I'm somebody, you know? I think like this is why I still am kind of who I am. It's like, I don't really believe, you know, like I'm just I don't wear fucking gold chains, you know, I just fucking guy likes to fight people.
So I guess because it kind of goes back to my question, did you improve a lot over time? Like, or were you just a natural coming into it?
So I think that I have a highly addictive personality.
Okay, so you kind of got obsessed with it.
I got obsessed with it, and I just fucking loved it. And I don't even know if I like training, but I know I love training, but it was kind of a way that like I wasn't the weirdo, you know. So like, well, I mean, I was always a fucking weirdo, and I got I'm like the incels that you deal with.
We're gonna get into that later, but keep going.
But no, so like Friday night would come around, and I didn't really. I had friends, but like I just couldn't. I just couldn't like interact with people. I mean, I got fucking arrested like at a party. Just I could not interact with people. I was fucking violent.
Is it because it's weird? I see you interact. Like you walk around the studio. You're very friendly to people.
Well, I had to
I don't.
It's
Is
a
that something
skill
that
I learned to
okay.
talking in front of people.
What would piss you off when you walked into a room? Like what would set you off?
I mean, I got arrested when I was 18 and I was just bored. I was at a fucking party. I was just bored, you know?
Okay, so you just wanted to fight.
No one to fuck, you know? So what's plan B? Go fucking hurt somebody.
Right.
So, like, I just found a couple targets and, you know, just kind of nudged them a little bit in the right direction and said, okay, now I can have fun. And then, you know, I had a little too much fun. But that was the same thing I did as a kid. I'd go walk around with a knife, just like wanting to, like, you know, I think it'd be like what, antisocial personality disorder? Is that what I'd be? I think that's kind of what I have.
You don't seem like it.
No, I definitely.
I don't. I'll take your word, but you're not what I would think of.
If you go through the checklist, I got everything checked.
Okay, I'll take your word.
But you know, like I'm high functioning, guys, real high functioning fucking sociopath. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, life's good, but I'm lucky, and this is what I tell people. We're like, I definitely worked my ass off, but I'm so lucky. I'm so fucking lucky. I'm lucky that the judge. So I was looking at 5 years. And
really? You're going to get 5 years in jail?
Yeah, no, I hit 2 guys and just everything. I just once. I fucking hit guys all the time in the fight. Nothing happens. I do it at a house party and the fucking skull's fractured.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I fucking broke the...
Were they okay? Like, what happened?
No, I had to get fucking surgery.
Wow.
It was so fucked up.
So how did that fight start?
I was just fucking bored, man. I was bored.
You were
my
bored.
buddy was hitting on their fucking girlfriend, 2 brothers. And then he's drunk off his ass, and I'm just saying there like, oh yeah, dude, like this is gonna be fun. Like we're gonna have a good time right now. And then one of the guys like comes up and like kind of threatens my buddy, like I'm gonna fuck you up or something. And then like he grabs me or my buddy. They admitted to this too. They said I used excessive force. Well, I mean, again, I manipulated this whole thing into happening. So it's like, you know, like I technically wasn't the one that started it, but like, you know, I put the pieces in play and I just fucking boom, hit him once. And then he falls down, his brother comes running, I pivot, boom, I hit him once. Well, that was fun. I leave and it turns out they had to go get fucking surgery on their face. But funny enough, they're and this is why I say I'm lucky. I'm so fucking lucky. I was at trial when I pled guilty, and the guy's missing all his front teeth, like all his front teeth. He has his dentures in, and he has like this lisp. And he was like, he took out his front teeth to like kind of condemn me, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I fucking don't give a fuck. So he's like starts crying. His brother, the other guy that broke his nose, had to get surgery, and he goes. My brother's, he had a lisp because his teeth are gone. He goes, my brother's the toughest man I've ever met because, you know, his teeth are gone. And I've never seen him cry. And then I'm sitting there in front of the judge. And if I laugh at all, if I laugh or snicker, I'm going to fucking jail. And I'm like trying not to laugh in my head. So I'm like, I'm fucking biting a hole in my lip. And I remember after I got out of court, my mouth was just covered in blood. Because I was trying so hard not to laugh, you know. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, real violent fucking guy here, man. But I just don't leave my house often. Yeah, life's good though. But I'm okay.
So you didn't end up going to jail?
Yeah, no, I pled. But why I'm so lucky? If I look at my entire life, every bit of path I was on, luck. I somehow managed. Not lack of trying, not murdering anybody by the time I was 16. For not lack of trying, I fucking wanted to, man. I was like, I fucking tried. And then court, I had a lawyer take me, a little Jewish guy. Thank you, man. Fucking dopest dude ever, man. Thanks, appreciate you. He's probably the only reason why I'm here today. I had a public defender that told me to plead to 2 years. He's like, just 2 years, 1 felony. That's the best you're gonna get. You might be able to get like, just serve like 1.5 years and you're done. And then the lawyer took my case, best friends with the judge, and he fucking just got me out of it. He fucking got me out of it. I was like, so if it wasn't for him taking interest in me and saying, hey, I'm going to take your case for free, I would never be here. I would be a statistic in the system, and I probably would have got out in 2 years or a year if I would have got out. been fucking useless, angry, and just went and fucking murdered someone and went right back in. So it's like, I am so aware of how lucky I am. And not lucky like God's looking over me. I just happen to like avoid. Yeah, real fucking lucky, this guy.
And so that kind of could have been your Achilles heel, but in a way, it's what made you famous, right?
Yeah, I think a lot.
In a way, it's what made you like successful.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could relate to me that like they all know how like they're all fucked up. I mean, you know, it's kind of shitty where like we highlight. Sorry, I got stain all over my hands. We highlight like the chads, like the, you know, the men, like the guys with the abs that drive the nice cars, and like we kind of look at them as like they're the man to be, when they're only like what, like, I mean, you probably know more than I, like such a small percentage of the world, and the rest of us, we're just kind of like me. We're fucked up. We're just trying to get by, trying to get through, and I think a lot of guys relate to that because I'm not trying to be, you know, fucking a Chad. I'm just, yeah, man, I'm one of you guys.
You don't think you're in the Chad category?
I am, but I'm not. Okay, so like,
not?
I am because I probably have money, because like I have like a fucking Instagram following, which is super fucking gay. But who I am as a person, fuck no. Fuck no. I'm just a white trash guy who somehow managed not to go to prison.
Yeah, but when people use that term, it's like the term, like the guys that women throw themselves at. And I just can't imagine as a fighter, like I've seen the Ring Girls, I've seen, you know, you're not going to like, come on.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Come on. Like,
but again.
Be real, come on. I hate it when people come on this show and they're
No, but I'm saying.
Let's not.
But if any woman ever would have thrown themselves at me in the past, that's mostly because it's not who I am.
Yeah, I'm
not at a club fucking dancing, getting bottles.
Yeah, but the same guy can be like it's interesting because men, it's like you guys can be the same person, but you're a Chad. And like I have a friend of mine, and day to day, it's not like he's a Chad, but he was like the lead in a musical. And then all the women there look at him as a Chad. It's same person, right? Yeah. Day to day, he's just like chilling, but then he joins this musical and he has the most like pussy he's ever gotten in his life. Do you know what I mean? It's same guy.
I mean, more stories.
But it's like we're just like put you in the middle of the octagon front of the room.
The moment you have like a little bit of like fame, it's like no, it's fucking. I mean, if anything,
or even just like because I've talked to the PUA guys, or it's like the popular guy at the bar. Like, we're so dumb, and it completely works.
And what's so shitty, it's like there's so many guys out there that are like great guys.
I know, but there's no morality in dating, right?
Yeah, there's so many guys out there that are great guys. And they work a blue collar job.
There's nice girls that are ugly, right? It's like there's not morality in this, right?
I was talking to a guy, and I don't want to say his name, but he was telling me about. I'm gonna tell the story. Sorry about that. He was telling me about like his woman, and she lives in 2 different states, and like she's very like big into her career. And I was telling you, I was like, dude, and he's like, you know, mid-20s. And I was like, you do not want a career-driven woman. Like, you don't want to be with a loser by no means. Like, you don't want to be with a fucking loser. But, like, you do not want a woman that puts her career above all. Like, you're just going to end up, like, you know, you're just going to end up fucking old and miserable. Like, man, what did I do my whole life as my wife went to work? Like, guys, if you could meet a 5 or a 6. Like, you don't have to be hot. You just meet an okay woman that wants to be like a mom and a housewife. Like fucking have at it, guys. Way better off than meeting some like Instagram chick or like some career-driven women. Like the worst thing we've ever did to society was let women fucking work. Worst fucking thing.
And vote, right?
And vote. Fucking worst fucking thing. And then this is where like me and you differ. I blame the men. You guys let this shit happen. You guys
actually, I wanna go through that thought process with you.
Yeah, you guys men let this happen.
So where do you think it's the men's fault? Like what part?
So, see, that guy messed me back about the lost footage. But so it's a man's fault because we always did it to pander to women. Like there was some fucking guy that was like, I'm going to do this to get
Are you
pussy.
talking about the right to work or the right to
everything?
vote?
Well, I mean, you could say the right to work was like World War II. We needed women. But, all right.
So because a lot of times people say these broad statements.
Okay, I will be very specific.
Yeah,
I will be very specific.
Where is it the men's fault?
Capitalism. I'll be very specific.
Capitalism.
Capitalism the only reason why slavery ended.
Okay.
Oh no, it's like you got to go down the rabbit hole.
Okay,
the only reason why slavery ended is because capitalism was a better means of work. Like capitalism is way better. You give somebody a smaller piece of the pie. Now you don't have to hit him with a fucking whip and fucking house him and feed him.
Right. Okay, but where are the average men? Come on.
So we're going down the rabbit hole.
Okay, fine.
So like after World War II, when we allowed women to work.
Okay.
Like the capitalist society realized that like you could pay people less. Okay. You could have 2 people working. You could increase production, increase consumerism. Right. So yeah, I don't think it's weak men. I think it's big business is realized that having more workers in the workplace decreases wages and makes more consumerism.
But how is that the average man's fault? Like the average guy had nothing to do with women's right to vote. Nothing.
So the issue with
the women working, right?
But here's the thing about the average man. The average man sucks. And again, guys, I'm one of you. I'm not saying this. I used to be an incel too, my dog. Like I'm one of you guys. The average.
Okay, how do they suck?
Well, I'll tell you why. The average man is in a system that's kind of against them. Like this is why video games are so popular. Like this is why men want to go play like the Oblivion game.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's
like, I mean, my brother plays video game. He's a very successful engineer. Like, what's wrong with that?
But it's like
why aren't men allowed to enjoy their hobbies if they don't benefit women or society? Yeah,
but I think they do it more as an escape. Like instead of like they do it more to like, I mean, you gotta think about what is it? You're sitting there for hours, fucking playing a game, leveling up a character in a non-existent world. Mm-hmm. Like you're so far detached from your own life when you're playing a video game.
Right, but women have social media, and that's kind of the same thing.
No, it's the same thing. So, it's the same thing.
But like you keep saying the average man sucks, but like to me, what I see is a lot of...
the average man is built to fail. The average man, the system is designed to fail.
I think that you can't really say that when the average man allows you to do what you do. I think it's actually kind of elitist.
No.
So like half of men work infrastructure jobs, right?
Stop. I am the average man. So when I'm not saying...
you're not.
No, when I'm not saying... What I'm saying...
Do you think you've lived a life that like men would dream to live?
Yeah, no, every time I do, like, so I rented a tractor the other day, and I was on that thing for like 8 hours fucking grading dirt. I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Let me go in the cage and break my nose.
Right, but you're famous.
But what I'm saying, when I say the average man sucks, I'm the average man. I grew up in society. Society is so stacked against the average man and the average boy. Like it always starts with childhood. You have 2 working parents.
Right.
You have a fucking, look at when you walk through a store these days, they just throw this fucking phone at this kid's face and they say, look at the phone. It's like, I feel so bad, the lack of purpose that like the average guy has. Like, I don't even know, like, it's just real.
But why would he have purpose? What's in it for him? What's like, because you have to ask if most men aren't going to get a wife and kids. That's not going to happen for most men.
I mean, yeah, definitely now.
So we have to ask the question, what would be the incentive for a guy to work hard? Like, because you kind of want to cast it as,
I'm saying,
you have to kind of...
But they made it that way. They made it that way to where it's a 2-tier system. To where like, they've made it in a sense...
Who is they?
Corporations, 100%. Capitalism. Capitalism.
Yeah, I know.
Capitalism has ruined the family.
That's really broad.
It's not broad. Capitalism ruined family. Like,
okay.
Every big industry is ruined family.
Okay, but
it's not the government. It's capitalism.
But let's explore that, right? Just because you have a choice to do something, does that mean you have to do it?
They made it virtually impossible for one person that's like whatever you might say, a construction worker to raise a family. They've made it like just financially. They made it. If you look at the cost of housing versus when it was in the 70s.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is like the world is stacked against men.
But women didn't have to work. That was a choice, right? No one put a gun to our head and said we had to go work. Right? That was a choice. No one put a gun to our head and said we had to divorce. That was a choice. And nobody puts a gun to our head and says we can't live in an apartment and have a family. So like I've interviewed.
You're like, this is where you're so one, like you are looking at sex of time where you don't understand that this took this took 50, 30 years, 100 years of slow manipulation and brainwashing to where like
But that's a get out of jail free card. Like when you do marketing, I can't market to you something that you don't want to buy. Right? So like
But
if
no,
I
you-
if
but
I
you could- you
if
could
I
make me
market
want to
if
buy
I no.
But let me ask you something.
Okay, would you ever buy OnlyFans?
No.
Would you, okay, but what if I sent you a marketing? What
So-
if I marketed to you OnlyFans?
Stop.
And
Let
really,
me-
no,
let me-
because I'm making a point. Every
No,
time I make a point,
and
you
I
say
will-
that.
and I
This
will-
is why my last interview.
No,
didn't
and I
come
will-
out. This is-
You said, how do you make me buy a product that I don't want to buy?
Yeah, like a
No,
lot of
I
people,
will-
especially women, will use the get out of jail free
So
card.
I will tell
of-
you.
They'll use the get out of
I
jail
will tell-
free
wait, no,
card
stop.
of brainwashing.
I will
right?
tell you how you.
What do you mean
how-
you're telling me
I
to
will
stop?
tell
This
you.
is my show.
Well, I will tell you. No, I will tell you how you
Okay, go ahead.
buy a product that you don't want to buy.
Okay.
When you're a little kid
Mm-hmm.
and somebody hands you a phone or you're watching TV and you see a commercial as a little kid, this is why we all have these catchy jingles in our head, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like we could, if any jingle, we would pop in and we would go, you know, we would just like, oh yeah, that's it. From day one, the moment we could look at a fucking TV screen and comprehend, we are being told that we like said products, that we want this and we want this. So it's like,
So
but
so
it's
what?
brainwashing at its finest.
right, but again, what I think happens is people want to do things, and what happens is they use the media as an excuse of being brainwashed. For example, I hear
but men have a couple driving factors.
okay,
We want to eat kind of, and we want to fuck.
correct.
We want to eat and we want to fuck. We want to eat and we want to fuck. That's the only thing men want to fucking do. If you really boil it down, like if you were to take every woman off this fucking planet, we go straight cannibalism. Like I'm gonna fucking pull my gun. I'm not gonna get food. I'm just gonna eat the fucking guy outside. But so everything that we have is marketed to us that it's gonna probably increase these odds. Like, hey, you want to get a motorcycle? Bitches like motorcycles. That's why motorcycles are actually on the downturn, because fucking realizing girls don't like fucking motorcycles. You want to buy a nice truck? Hey, fucking bitches like trucks. Bitches like sports cars. Hey, you want a nice house? Hey, you want a cool Apple phone? You got to get a
But
fucking phone.
that doesn't work on men.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't, because women make 80% of consumer buying decisions. Men are very hard to market to. It's why demonetization was actually very difficult for me, because men do not buy and are not manipulate or quote unquote manipulated. Can't
Well,
be
I think women.
influenced like
Well, what are
women
women
can.
buying? They're probably buying makeup. They're probably buying beauty supplies.
Correct. Yeah.
Because why? Because we want to fuck and we want to eat. We want to fuck and we want to eat. And the entire society is built on I want to fuck. and I
Well,
wanna
they're
eat.
selling youth to women forever.
Yes.
So that's what they're selling, is you'll be young forever.
The issue though,
But,
and
like,
the
again-
issue is though, the issue with the youth, and this is where it comes down to like the lack of like morality and choices and consumerism and why cheap people work. They don't sell their family anymore. It's not like that's not what it is. It's easier to just be single and you could fuck who you want to
But yeah,
fuck.
your women don't want to be mothers. They don't. Women don't want to be mothers. They don't want to have families. And
Well,
it's-
why would they want to? It's fucking hard, man. It's fucking hard.
yeah, exactly. No, but no, they're not. We're not brainwashed into it. We don't want it.
Well, no.
Like, and that's-
you are brainwashing it because you are told to look beautiful. You're told
Okay.
to look
How
abs.
can you tell what people want to do? So if I am married to a man and he never cheats on me, right? And then he gets rich or he gets hot or he goes to the gym, whatever, and then he starts cheating. He always wanted to cheat, right? He just got the choice. So you see what women want to do when they get the choice to do something else. Women didn't always have the choice because society it didn't have those options. But now with technology, it gives us
So you're
the
telling
option.
me women innately don't want to be mothers?
I mean, when we've aborted, and I think this is one of the talking points like that people use a lot, and it's just there's no evidence that we do. Like I would need any sort of evidence, either anecdotal or in person. But when we've aborted 1/8 of the world population, so 1 out of 8 people have been aborted.
Yeah, but that's
And
also comes
women
down
are
to,
more
like,
likely.
That also comes down to like
Women. The most likely person to abuse a child is the mother. I know you might have had a different experience, and that's completely fine. But statistically, it's either the mother or the stepdad is second. So it's either a person the mother brought around.
So what you're
women are
telling
the
me-
most likely to abuse the elderly. So there's just no evidence that women want to be mothers or are nurturing.
You know,
I'm open
it's
to
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I don't like. Again, this is your fucking job. I'm just a guy who walks through life and sees shit.
Yeah.
but you see a lot of women that don't have kids, and that's one of their biggest regrets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you say that, and you meet women that don't have kids, and their biggest regret.
Do you think what women says matters?
I mean, guys, we'll do a lot of crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, do you think women mean what they say?
Oh, fuck.
See?
Well, if I said have my woman, I'm just like, oh,
Do you think when women say things, they mean it?
My girl hate this, so me and her get in a fight.
Okay.
And I'm just like, babe, can
I'm
I
trying to change the topic.
No, I'm getting it. I'm like, babe,
okay.
can I record this publicly? Just because, like, just because, like, this is so fucking crazy. And she's like, I hate when you do that. I'm like, but babe, this is so fucking crazy. I don't even know how to respond. Like, I don't even know what the fuck to say. Like, it makes me so mad sometimes where I'm like, this is how domestic violence happens. Where I'm just like,
yeah,
this is fucking nuts. So to answer your question, do I think women, I don't fucking know.
So when women say they regret it, the way that I see it is, have you ever been friends with someone
Do you want kids?
Have you ever been friends? I'll get to that. But have you ever been friends with someone that's fat?
Yeah.
So, and have you ever heard them say that they want to lose weight?
Yeah, all the time.
And have you ever given them advice and they don't take it?
Yeah, but now we're talking about addiction.
Wait. But if they really wanted to lose weight, they would. There's people that are fat and they lose weight.
No,
and it's the same thing again. You're just doing a little stroke. Fine.
There's
we can use
addiction, depression.
We can use a different example if you want. Yeah. Okay, if somebody says they want a job, right, and they're unemployed, and then you say, okay, have you applied to interviews? And they're like, no. You're like, you don't really want to work.
Yeah, but there's also like
right?
I'll give you an example. Like, so my girl, she comes from like a really wealthy family, real fucking put together, degrees and shit. Like, you know, real fucking, I don't know what she's doing, this fucking guy, but real, she actually had more money too when she met me, which, she literally had more money than me when she met me. Anyways, but, I got off subject. But like,
because I was cooking, but it's fine.
I gotta drink more Monster.
Okay.
But like, so my girl, she will see like the average guy, and I'll be like making no money. And she doesn't condemn them, but like, this is what a lot of rich people say. Well, like, I did it, why can't you do it? My dad did it, why can't you do it? And if you take the average person and like, you could put their personality on a spreadsheet, usually lower IQ. The average IQ is real fucking low.
Yeah, I know.
Real low. So, low ambition. They like, what I'm saying is like, they are designed and bred to be fucking useless. So when you tell me like, why can't they go get a job?
Well, that's not my point though. I mean, so even if they're low IQ, they could still
We're talking about women wanting kids.
I know. But applying, but no. My point is stated preferences versus revealed preferences. So what people say they want and what they actually
want. Don't have kids because we live in a society that does not allow them to have kids. We live in a society where two people have to work.
Then why are they spending thousands of dollars on IVF in their 30s if it's really the money?
Well, because usually by the time you're 30, you're established, so you can go do this. But when you're younger, But do
you know what IVF costs? It's $30,000. So
because you're older and you can do this now. But when you're younger, the stress, I mean, what is the average rent?
Yeah, but again, if women really wanted to be mothers, they would take the money that we spend on college.
Have you ever had a real job? You ever worked a real job?
Yeah, I did.
What was your job?
I worked in sales. I sold copiers.
Oh, no shit.
It's pretty rough, actually. I did during COVID.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, try selling a copier.
What were you making a year?
I think it was like 45 plus commission. I probably brought home maybe 50.
And then after taxes, so what I'm saying is,
I lived with roommates. It wasn't
so what I'm saying is, it is so difficult for a man and a woman to not want to numb themselves with consumerism, like life these days. So what they say,
but that's difficult for women. And the thing is, I would bring women on my show, Sean, and they would tell me they couldn't afford this stuff. But I can look at somebody and look at their decisions. They would have Botox, they would have fake nails, they would have fake hair.
But I'll explain this to you.
Okay. They would traveling.
I'll explain this to you. And this is the beauty and also downfall of capitalism. So people's qualities of life are significantly better. That fucking TV right there, that's $1,000. You know how much that TV would fucking be if like in 10 years ago? I mean, you know, when they first came flat screens. So what we've done is we have decreased the value of everything that doesn't matter. We've decreased the value of TVs, cell phones, to like everybody could have it. Everybody could have it. But what we've done is we've increased the value of things that you need to live. A house, a car. Like we've made it so difficult. And this is why I also think it's like a scheme of, I don't think there's like a like scary white Jewish man.
But women want to live. The thing is, women want to live in the hottest suburb, in the hottest, like there are places
but that's not my experience. Like I knew so many women that if they just like, if you had just a whatever house, they would have no issue. Even before I was fucking famous. Like I don't know like your experience. And I think my experience is different, but I know so many women, or I knew so many women that would be like, yeah, I would have a family.
If they wanted to, they would, no excuses.
But you know what I'm saying? But how would you find a man that can do that? I'm saying
how many matches? Okay.
Let me just say last thing.
How many matches do those women have on dating apps?
But okay.
How many matches do you think?
Probably a lot. Every guys would put their dick in that hole if it felt good.
Okay. So if they wanted to, their life would match it. You'd be on a date
but
every day.
Why don't you put blame in a guy? So like back in the day when, you know, I was kind of a whore, like I didn't want to fucking like,
so
like it would be like these women that matched me that would be like, hey, I want to like, that's not what I want, dude.
You take the L, right? Everybody, have you ever taken an L in dating?
I mean, I don't look at it like that.
No, I mean, have you ever spent money on a date where you didn't get laid?
God, no.
Never? Okay.
Women are easy, guys. It's 2025.
Okay.
You're not as poor,
okay,
right?
Okay.
Come on. It's 2025, guys.
It's not uncommon for men to spend money, invest time and resources
that's your first problem.
Into women. I know you're going to say date a different way. Totally fine.
But the difference is women don't fucking put out. Like, if you want a guy to fucking wife you up, don't be a fucking whore. Like, back in the day, if I were to go on a date with somebody and then she's fucking gagging on my dick, like fucking 30 minutes, you think I want to be...
That's how you guys get bamboozled, you know?
Not this fucking guy. I think that's a whore, and then I move the fuck on. But a woman that actually is like, hey, I'm not going to put out... I think the issue is that...
Biologically, women that like you don't wait. They don't. And the way they do that is they
I agree.
It's like a 360 on you. You know, they have to convince you they wait. And so it's like...
No, I agree. I think this woman is making you wait. She's probably sucking off somebody else.
Yeah,
I agree completely.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you, women, from a guy like me, if you go and you fucking put out right away, I'm just like, it's a whore, I'm out. So it's like, there is something to be said about like courting and making a dude wait. Now, to men, don't put the pussy on the pedestal. Gotta just not put it on the pedestal, dude. Like, because like, you know...
I don't know. Every time I hear a guy that says like his girl is different, that made him wait, she's always from out of town and just moved in. I'm like, well, that's very convenient.
I know. Every time I think about an angel girl, like back in the day when like you would see this chick and like, oh, she's a fucking angel. She's a princess.
I always go through, because I do this. I'm like, okay, what school did she go to?
What I would do.
Was she in a sorority?
So anytime I'd meet a girl who like,
what age did you meet her? Like
anytime I meet a girl and I was like, and I would like put the pussy on the pedestal and I was like, oh, this girl's such a princess and like she's amazing. I just think about how many dudes have gave that woman a facial, and I guarantee it's probably a significant amount. Yeah. So this woman that you're like, oh, this is a fucking princess, like I love her. Just know at some point in this woman's life, she was on her fucking knees while a fucking dude jerked off on her face. So, guys, that might help you. That might help you be a stronger man.
As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. So I still don't understand though.
So wait, no, we're talking about kids. I think, and this, I'll make my point fucking simple for you.
Okay.
Simple for you. I'll fucking dumb it down for a woman. I'll make you really understand this. I know we got a woman.
I think I'm dumbing it down for you.
We have made life so fucking difficult. Where if you take the average guy, like, I mean, I'm sure if you ever owned a home. Have you ever owned a home or no?
Oh, God, no.
So, like, most men will not own a home. They just won't own a home. And, like, in this economy with this interest rate, like, it's probably not going to happen for most men unless they find a woman they combine income. But, like, when you own a home, I got a couple. When you own a home, you take so much more pride in your life, in your meaning. Like, you feel like the moment you own a home, dude, and you fucking drive up to your house and you put the keys in, like, you have so much pride. Like, this is my fucking home. This is my yard. This is my garage. And so what I'm saying when you talk about women and men not having kids, it's not that. They have made it this way. They want you to they want you to be a stupid fucking consumer. They want women to be fucking whores, and they want men to you will own nothing and be happy. And like, funny enough, like we say that's communism, but this is currently our capitalistic way.
But how is life harder today than it was 100 years ago?
Oh my God.
200 years ago.
So
so in like the 1800s, your options for jobs, you really had three options. It was you could be a farmer, you could work in a factory, or you can work in the coal mine.
Well, I will tell you.
So how is it more difficult when today, I mean, we have all these amenities. You can work a 9-to-5 job that's way easier than like coal mining or
just
farming.
Because like, and I don't know why I've seen this, but like we always talk about like, oh, men are fucking pussies. Imagine what it'd be like to storm the beaches of Normandy. Mm. And like those guys were fortunate and lucky. Imagine what that would be like.
They're lucky?
They are fucking lucky. Okay. They are lucky. Imagine what that would be like to be a 20-year-old man. You go to fucking war. Yeah, you might fucking die, dude, but we're all going to fucking die one day. Mm-hmm. You get off a fucking boat. Yeah, you storm a beach. You shoot at some Nazis. You come home with some PTSD. You learn how to be a fucking man. Mm. And now what happens when you come home? You're treated with fucking respect. You could buy a fucking home. You could be a butcher, a mechanic. You could be a welder, and you could have a home and a life. Now, what happens if you want to go to Iraq and play in the sand pit for a little bit? You're going to come home fucked up. You're going to come back to a world that doesn't give a fuck about you, doesn't fucking appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Guess what, dude? You ain't buying no fucking house. You ain't having no fucking real job. Like, it would be so easier going to World War II and fighting a war than to be a fucking robot of a man that we have now. And this is exactly the way the consumerism have it. Like, we always say it's communist, but it's capitalism.
I think it's women's choices.
You will have nothing and be happy.
I think it's women's choices.
But women are meant to be led.
If women, okay, but women, you can't lead somebody. Like, you know, I hire people, right? And so when I hire somebody, I can say, do this. And if they don't do it, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, what are you you can't hit them, right?
I mean,
you can't lead somebody.
You're a woman right now. You meet a great guy. Mm-hmm. He makes, I don't know, you probably need 120 now to live on your own and raise a family. He makes 120, decent, okay looking guy. We'll say a solid, dad bod, like an okay guy.
Okay.
And good morals. And he fucking meets you and says, Pearl, I drive a fucking Honda Civic. I I have my
That's
house.
a great car, actually.
I have my house.
It's a great car.
As long as you don't fucking rice it up.
Gate's great mileage.
Yeah,
That's what I have.
Don't turn the
That's what I have. I have a Honda
rice
Civic.
rocket. And he says, Pearl, I would like you, like, just you get together, you move in. He's like, hey, I want you to be a mom and come live in my house, and we'll have hamburger helper. Would you be like, nah, fuck you, I want to go fuck a football player?
No.
Would you want to be like, oh, I could be a mom, I could do this?
Well, this is very broad situation.
Well, so you're different than every other woman. You are different than every other woman.
No, I'm the same.
So
because
would you be like...
okay, I could even use this in my own life, right? I thought I wanted to be a mother at 20, right? I thought, but if I wanted to, I would have. And that's like this, it's the same thing for every... Did you go on dates? Yeah, I did, but
so
I didn't really...
Did you have a long-term boyfriend?
Yeah, but the main thing was I was very obsessed with volleyball, and I'd say I put that first.
So you broke up with all your boyfriends? You said, hey, I don't want to be a mom.
50-50, I'd say 50-50. Like some...
And these guys wanted families with you and whatnot?
No, some did, some didn't.
So you're just like, I don't want to... So you tell me, like, you had the opportunity and didn't do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's most women. I'm not special.
But here's the thing, though.
And this is the...
Women are meant to be led. Don't follow women.
But you can't lead a woman that doesn't want to follow you.
I don't know, man. I think there are women that want that lifestyle. I think there really are women.
Well, again, if that was common, then it would happen. And that's what, women keep telling men what they are, and men just keep not believing them. Like, again, if women wanted to be mothers, the birth rate would be going up. And you guys have this, hamster wheel. It's like if people wanted to do things, they would take steps to make it happen. And if they're not, they don't want it.
But again, this goes back to World War II, back when life was easier. You had to go fucking, shoot some Nazis. It's hard for a man to...
But it's, masculinity really is only, the way you talk about masculinity, it's only celebrated when it's in the service of women. So all the things you list about, being a man, it serves women.
But why do you serve women?
Why do you serve women?
Why should a man serve a woman?
Well, today he shouldn't. That's why you see them.
Why should he?
Women they're not anymore.
You serve a woman to have a kid because that is your duty and your responsibility.
To serve a woman?
Yes. If you can't...
Didn't you just say women need to be led?
Well, not serve.
And now you're saying,
polish their feet.
Now you're saying
not polish their feet. But I'm saying
you're flipping.
The reason why you want to take care of a woman is to have a family. If you can't take care of a woman, you can't have a family.
But why would they? What would be the incentive if women are leaving?
So I'm
if the average divorce is after the kid is in preschool, whatever the youngest kid is that she wants goes to preschool, that's usually when she divorces. So what is the incentive for a man to take care of a woman or even provide?
You're real fucking here depressing, Pearl. I'm gonna go fucking...
No, what's the incentive?
I'm gonna break up my chick and find an arrangement.
Because you keep you came in and you said that I pandered to the incels.
You definitely pandered to the incels, for sure.
But I need you to back up what you're saying, right? So my point is that there's no incentive. So if you're saying there's an incentive, what is it? What's the incentive if the average marriage is 8 years? What men are actually on the hook. They're on the hook for more.
Let's not talk about divorce rates and all that because you're the fucking,
because I know what I'm talking about.
Dude, I mean,
no, but if you came in,
Google this shit all the time.
You came in and you said I pander.
You fucking pander.
Okay.
I mean, you make your money
fine.
by sucking off Andrew Tate.
Okay, now we're gonna go into Andrew Tate.
I can't. Yeah, no. Okay. Listen, you're in the fan club, all right? We could stop right now, but no, it's at the end of the day, you are not meant to be happy all the time in life.
Okay.
And service, and not to a woman, I'm just saying to life, service is one of the greatest. There's a reason why when you go and you help somebody, you feel fucking good. When you live a hedonistic life and you just want to go fuck whores all the time, yeah, that's fucking fun. Yeah, right, that's fun. But if you live a hedonistic life and you just want to go fuck whores, guys, it's real fucking fun. We've all done it. Every athlete's done it. But at some point, you're going to find yourself, I'm real fucking empty. And
well, what is in it? But so if you want to say that I'm pandering, it's fine. But you have to answer the question, what's in it for men?
I would
what
say
is in it
if
for
you could
them?
find a
What do
woman,
they-
if you could, no, I would tell you, if you could find a woman who is like, again, not Pearl, fucking, she's one of that family.
That's not true. That's not true.
But if you could,
okay,
if you
okay.
could find a good woman who wants to be a mom and have a family and not leave you in
All right.
preschool,
Statistically,
Let me tell you-
is that likely for the average man?
but what I'm saying
Is that likely?
you will find more happiness being valued and feeling like and having pride in yourself and having a house and having a family.
How do you know?
Huh? Oh,
You don't know.
Oh, I talk to married guys with families all the time. Like, so I go to the gym and there's a kids class and I talk to guys all the time.
Well, if it's not going well, what incentive do they have to be honest?
Well,
and
no,
plus,
guys,
you've
no relationship is easy.
Well, and the other
like you guys
thing
think
too,
you wake up every day and like, oh, my girl, I love her. No, I want to fucking hit my chick half the time, bro. And half the time I want to fucking break up with her.
You're like
Relationships are fucking hard.
You're like doing an anti-selling point. Bro.
Well,
You
no,
just-
but like you think going to the gym is easy? No one likes to go work out, but you fucking do it because it's right and you feel better. Dude, half the time, my girl, we're fucking fighting. We're talking about fucking breaking up. Like, it is a fucking struggle. You go talk to any married man deep in his marriage, he's probably gonna look back and be like, man, my wife, there's a couple times I wanted to strangle that cunt. Like, she pissed me the fuck off. But like, what's the alternative? You're fucking 50 years old buying a fucking Brazilian hooker to suck you off. Like, what is the alternative?
they hook up with a lot of women, and I've met men that are happy like that. And that's what the
They
trads
are
do.
not happy.
The
They are
trads,
not. Every time I meet a guy who's fucking wealthy, who like fucks a lot of supermodels, they have the pool parties, their fucking soul is empty, dude.
okay,
They
if-
might seem
if
happy,
marriage-
but there's a
if
fucking
marriage
pit.
if marriage makes men so happy, then why is it called happy wife, happy life? If marriage makes men so happy, why does it say it's cheaper to
God,
keep
no, I
her?
don't think marriage, like again,
but that's
I'm
my
not, there's a
point.
difference between happy, I'm getting fucking sucked off versus like a deeper meaning
Yeah.
of fulfillment. Like, man, like modern men fucking suck. You guys go read about some of our
Yeah, but they all make it so you're able to like do what you do, right? They build a lot of the
Well,
stuff.
no,
like,
when I say
remember,
modern men suck-
half of men work infrastructure jobs.
No, I'm not. Listen,
So how is it pandering if I'm saying like men allow like you're shitting on the
how many
average, you're
people
shitting
but
on the
no,
average
how
man,
many people
but
here though listen to this podcast and probably don't? Like how many men are married with kids? I mean, I know it's decreasing because society's dipped out, but what I'm telling you guys, I'll tell you guys, and I'll be very fucking simple and direct with a woman. Fucking whores, real fucking fun. Real fucking fun. I've done a lot. Way more than I'd like to admit. I've lived a life. Been all around the world and
yeah.
travel. I make good money. And let me tell you guys that like at some point you realize that there's fucking more to life. And if I had a better role model in my life, if I had a different father figure in my life that guided me on a better path, I think that I probably, like, again, I grew up fucking white trash, man. Like, I mean, fuck, dude. I was like, you have no, my house, we had a communal porn box, you guys. My house was fucked up. There's fucking dildos laying around, man. You guys ever been a kid, open the refrigerator and there's a dildo in the refrigerator? You're like, hey, Dad, why is there a fucking dildo in the refrigerator? My life was fucked up. And this is also a problem that men aren't raising men anymore. We're having these beta male fucking simps raising men. But if you meet a guy who has a great father, who raised him to be a fucking man, and he has a family, the problem is you're dealing with these fucking incels. And no offense, you guys, I love you fucking guys, my fucking incel friends, you know?
Was
Just don't walk in and move.
Tom Brady an incel? He had the same result.
I don't know fuck about Tom. Did he not?
Tom Brady got divorced.
Was he was trying to fuck a model, bro. That's his plan B. Don't go after the fucking Instagram whores and don't go after.
No, that's not true. I've done interviews with average men that married.
Of course you have, dude. You could do but you could do an interview with a married man. The guy's
I've done interviews with married men too.
This is your little echo chamber. You could go find a married man, but I love my kids. I love my wife.
How is it an echo chamber when I get the same story?
But this is how you make money.
I went to the UFC gym with you today, and there's guys there that like had the same stories.
But those guys are fucking. We're degenerates.
Okay, but like
MMA fighters are fucking degenerates.
but you're saying it's in my echo chamber.
So what I'm saying is,
I had the same conversation with there's a political commentator named Michael Knowles. Do you know who that is? No. He's a and that's what he said, the same thing to me. And then, do you know what happened the next week? I interviewed a guy that came from his church. Every time someone tells me it's an echo chamber, I could go into show me the room. I'm not saying, but I'm not necessarily saying you're not wrong. But I'm saying so you want me to not say what's true?
What I'm saying that there is probably millions of people that could relate to you, and they could hear you say what they say, and you're like, yeah, man, fucking women, dude, bunch of fucking succubuses. I should just go fuck whores. And I'm telling you guys, as a man who's done that most of my fucking life, it's real fun, by the way, that at some point you're just like, all right, what's next?
Well, I'm not saying that you don't have that, but I wouldn't really expect a marriage to last for life in general. I wouldn't expect it.
But again, this is also like because men aren't being raised by men. Like there's no such
That's true.
Like there's no such thing as like commitment. Like life's easy to get fucking pussy. Like the problem is like
it's not easy for most guys.
It's fucking easy for most guys. It's fucking easy. No. You just gotta lower your standards, man. Go get some threes. Go get some fucking threes. You'll be all right. No, but like what I'm saying though.
You still haven't told me what do I say that's inceldom?
But no, that's
pander. Inaccurate.
But you just like you pander to the guys and you don't give men hope. Like where's your hope? Where's your message?
Hope isn't a strategy, right?
Where's your overarching like, hey bud, you're gonna do the right things.
Okay, so I have a question. If somebody listens to you and they take your advice and they go find this good woman and they get married and it ruins their life, do you feel responsible?
Why would it ruin their life?
Because if they have two children, prenups can be thrown out, and it can take up to 40% of
I tell people ride motorcycles.
It can take up to 40% of their income for 18 years. That's a lot. That's very debilitating to a man, right? 40%. So out of every $2 they make, she take, right? So, and if that happened to them, would you feel responsible?
Hey, listen, when Pearl's fucking 35 and a cat woman and she's in a fucking house miserable.
No, come on.
I'm gonna go interview you. Look at the fucking cat woman. Look at the fucking cat woman.
Every time I make a point, you keep trying to deflect it.
Pearl, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
So how is that inceldom how is it pandering to incels if I'm sticking to the facts? Like, and I'm trying to be as accurate as I can. Remember, I don't hope.
But you say there are people that do make it work. I mean,
statistically, it's like 10%. Statistically,
like the Brazilian hookers.
Statistically, if you include,
I know a cat woman that would love to have a family.
You're a cat guy too. You talk all this shit. You're in the same position.
Why do you think I'm looking in the mirror, you guys? I lived a debaucherous fucking life.
You're in the same position.
No, I've lived a debaucherous life. I lived a life, you guys.
This is the thing. It's always like I had my fun, but you can't have yours.
But no.
But you're bad if you have yours.
But I was raised as a fucking degenerate.
I am cooking today.
But no, I was raised as
This is why my last interview did not come out.
I was raised as a fucking degenerate. I was raised as a fucking degenerate, like, piece of shit. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys are raised the same way, but like, shouldn't you strive? I'm not saying marriage, bro. Marriage is ruined by the state.
Again, we got to keep asking, what is in it for them to be good people? What do they get out of it?
Your duty as a man.
What do they, but again, every time it's a duty, it's something that serves women. What do they get? What does the average man get?
You're serving society. You're serving your country.
Okay, does the country, you just said this whole podcast that the country does not care about them. Exactly. And then you shit on them for saying fuck it.
I would say it's capitalism, but I mean, let's talk about
you just said earlier. And then
what is your message, Pearl? Just go fucking bang hookers all day long?
My message is I try to be accurate.
So what is your message? What do you tell the people? What do you tell the incels?
This is like influencer delusion where they think they have like more control off of what happens to society than you do. I can't do shit about it.
So what's your message to these fucking young men?
I don't have a message to them. They're young men. They
so
decide,
you just go
they
on the
decide,
podcast and say, hey, fuck women. They all fucking suck.
That's not what I say. I say these are the stats. And what I do is I equip them with accurate. Nobody's telling the truth. No one's being honest because they want hope. They want to sell this dream of what society used to be and not what it is.
So what do you think? We just let society fall apart?
No,
what do you do?
What I think is that men need to decide for themselves, but the incentives are not there for them right now.
Of course not.
So the way that I would predict it going, it's going to keep falling apart. Like that's what I would predict. And if you can predict something, you can prepare, right? You're going to go get your piece of land, get some guns, you'll be fine. But if I sell them, hey, your wife isn't going to leave, like that sounds, and find a good woman, it'll be different. I'd say, no, prepare around year 7, then around year 7, that's probably when she's going to go. So at least then you can prepare. And if she doesn't, great. But if she does, you can at least, like, it's way better to go in eyes wide open. And so,
as a woman who's a future Catwoman, wouldn't it be better to like help these men prepare how not to find a dirty little whore, like to find the 10%?
Well, I would just say assume all women are whores. Why would you not?
I mean, that's what I.
Yeah. You do, and that's a mindset, right?
Learned it from my mom.
Yeah, assume all women are whores until proven otherwise. Wouldn't you say that's a better strategy?
Well,
rather than like, oh, there's this special place where the special women are.
Well, like they don't think fucking special. No woman's fucking. I mean, again, how many?
No, exactly. Right.
Every woman you see is took a facial, guys. Just picture that.
So you agree? Like that's the funny thing.
I know. I agree with you, but I'm just telling you.
You're calling me an incel panderer, and I'm beating every allegation.
As a man who's like lived that fucking life, guys. Like at some point, I mean, I've made enough.
He had
money.
his fun. You can't.
No, you could have all your fun you want, dude, but it's real. Like it's real. At some point, you fuck so many women, you're just like laying in bed, like, all right, now what? What I'm telling you, Pearl, I'm a degenerate,
right?
But why don't you help these fucking incels find the right one? How do you find the 10%? How do you find the 10%? Tell them.
Men don't go to women to solve their problems.
How do you find the 10%? I'm asking you, as a woman with ovaries and a vagina.
I don't think you can predict it because I have seen women that are better than me do worse things than I think I would do.
So they got to convert to Islam and put a fucking pajama on
No, I'm
face.
not on that Islam train. That's Nico and the Tates. That's not me.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Bro, is Tate a Muslim?
I'm not.
Is Andrew Tate a Muslim?
But
guys, by the way, Andrew Tate's a piece of shit. Do you have crossover with him?
So why do you think he's a piece of shit?
Oh, Andrew Tate.
Like, isn't it kind of like feminine to be like obsessed with another guy? Like every time you're on a show, you're always like,
well, no, because,
he's a piece of shit.
Because he does the same shit you do.
Okay, which is my
favorite cat lady.
Which is what? Accurate?
No, you just like.
I'm the one being honest. You're the one pandering because you're trying to switch it.
I'm
to
saying
what you
life's
want the world
fucking
to be.
hard, man. I'm saying life's real fucking hard, and you might not make it through it, but don't be a fucking pussy. Mm-hmm. Like I'm saying life's real hard, dude, man. Life's hard. Marriage is hard. Kids are fucking hard. Like, just don't be a fucking pussy. Sack the fuck up. Be like your forefathers. Be like the men who founded this country.
Yeah, but they had an incentive. They were rewarded, and this is what you like. Not just you, but like the trad cons too. It's like they're missing the picture. Well, there is no reward. You're telling men, do all this, do the right thing for no reward.
Isn't that how you fix the country though and fix society by not being a
Why should they fix the country that does not reward them for it?
Well, it just comes down to purpose. Like,
why would you do something? Why would you do something to get nothing? Do you believe in God? I'm not overly religious and neither are you.
No, I'm agnostic. Guys. I don't fucking know.
I'm not that religious.
So wait, okay, are you a nihilist?
The men are 90% of the military.
Are you a nihilist?
They're doing all the trucking. They build the buildings. They pave the roads.
Are you a nihilist?
What more do you want men to do? They keep the country running.
Are you a nihilist? Do you think what you do matters?
I think what I do matters in my life, but overall and to the country running.
So you don't think you have any duty or responsibility to society, to humanity?
I think that you have a duty when they reward you for it. I don't think you have a duty. You think you have a duty to do things for people that do not give you anything in return.
That's the problem.
That's enslavement. Enslavement.
It's
it
not
really
that.
is.
You're just like,
you're telling men, you're saying, do all this stuff. I know I am this UFC fighter. I got all this stuff in return. But you men, you average men who get nothing in return, keep doing it. Serve the country.
Well, let me tell you, you average men that get nothing in return. When you're laying in bed at night, fucking jerking off to fucking Pornhub, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm really fucking happy that I've got a fucking woman next to me because she's just going to take all my shit. You're going to be like, your life is just...
Do you know any incels?
Yeah, I know a lot of incels.
Really?
I've actually met some real incels where like, usually like they're about to walk and I'm about to pull my fucking gun. Like they're about to walk into a fucking school and go shooting. But what I'm telling you guys, listen to the fucking cat lady. Listen to Pearl. Stay at home. Watch your fucking anime.
That's not what I said.
No, stay at home.
That's
watch
not
your
what
anime.
I said. You're trying to. I cooked
No,
you.
what I'm saying. Listen to
Listen
to Pearl. Stay at home. Stay at home. Watch your fucking anime. Jerk off to your videos.
That's not what
Go
I said.
fuck the occasional fat chick. Go home and play. Play fucking video games. And let's see when you're 40, 50 years old how the fuck you are as a man.
Okay. So I spoke to. There was a guy that booked a consult with me once. And he did exactly what you said he would do. Okay. So he did the traditional thing. He had 5 children. And at about 55, 60 years old, his wife divorced him, took all his retirement, and now takes 40% of his income because she was a housewife. And now he is going to work until he is dead. That is a real possibility.
And you could get cancer and die tomorrow.
He was
Don't be a fucking pussy.
He was a corrections officer. So it wasn't like he was this loser. He was serving the country, right? That's something we need. We need people to make sure that the criminals aren't breaking out, right? Well, he was I might have the name wrong. But
what I'm saying.
But so what I'm saying is, hey guys, prepare accordingly. None of these people on these shows are going to be there when that happens to you. None of them. You're not going to be there. All the people saying get married, have a family are not going to be there. So make sure you are prepared. To the right
woman, you guys. Get married to the fucking right woman.
Okay, so Steven Crowder, he married a virgin, a virgin Christian woman, right?
Did they break up?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit, the Crowder, dude.
Yeah, so what she did was she leaked footage to the press and called him an abuser.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
And
she edited. I could show you the
footage. We need a
Joe
Rogan. Pull it up.
Yeah. So
Jimmy or whatever
she edited the footage to make it seem like. So what happened was they went into the house, and he said like, what she put in the transcript was he said, "I'll fuck you up," and he said, "I'll fuck you up." Wait, I didn't mean it like that. So right immediately after, but she cut it. So that's it's completely different context, right? And he's like, wait, I didn't mean it like that. So this footage, but all of the people in conservative media pushed it around. And what else was he supposed to do? He found a Christian woman, no tattoos, blonde chick, virgin. What more should he have done? So it's like you guys sell this like right woman.
I'm not selling shit, guys. I'm just telling you that, like, again, what is your future? Jerking off to fucking anime? Like, what is your future, little man that's looking to be a fucking? What is their future?
Well,
being a selfish piece of shit, dying.
About 10% will have a happy marriage. About a quarter, so 50-50, right? Half of people get married, half divorce. Marriage is going to disappear from the middle class pretty much. It's really just going to be for rich people. Of rich people, 50% will divorce. About a quarter of the people that are divorced will have a very contentious divorce.
More people make more money are less likely to get divorced?
No, they're just the only ones that are going to be able to afford it. So if you get divorced, you could afford the divorce. Most average men in this country are not able to afford it, and they will work until they're dead.
Maybe you guys just commit homicide. Maybe your wife needs a healthy threat of murder.
Well, have you seen in the news all those people that that the wife does commit like the husband kills the whole family? If you look into it, a lot of it.
I'm not the family, guys. It's the wife. That's the family, guys. It's the wife. Dude.
No, but it's like, and I'm only bringing this up because you're saying I'm pandering, but I'm just what I want to do is be accurate, and I want to be that's my job. I have to be as accurate as I can, and if the facts don't back up what I want to be true, I can't change them.
And I think what you're saying is right, guys. And we can this, by the way, I'll tell you why I hate Andrew Tate real quick.
Okay.
Andrew Tate is a definition of shit, you guys. This man made his money, and he did a podcast with it, where he would like go on the internet and talk to the incels and pretend to be OnlyFans and like rob them and give me your savings and do a joke about it. You are not a man. You laughed about it. You joked about it. You looked at men and you fucking robbed them. You are a piece of shit and forever a piece of shit. And go fuck yourself, Tate. But anyways, that's why I hate Tate. Okay. Would you say that's fair? The problem with Pearl.
Yeah, I could see why you wouldn't like him over that.
But not only that, but this is like the lack of masculinity. And these men will go pander to him and be like, oh yeah, but Andrew Tate says to be a fucking top G and do this and that. But it's like Andrew Tate is a fucking sociopath that doesn't give the fuck about you.
The reason they were very good to a friend of mine who is like pretty sick. And so I understand maybe that was bad.
Yeah, but dude,
like
giving money, dude, when you're rich, giving money ain't a thing. When you're fucking rich, you guys, like, it's like the guy that goes and tips $100. Like, when I go to a fucking restaurant.
Do you want to give him money too?
I'm not, listen, I didn't start a sex ring in prostitution, all right? Andrew Tate is fucking.
My friend's trying to raise money. If you want to give
What's the fundraiser?
It's nothing. No, so his wife is paralyzed and he got brain cancer.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's really serious. And so he probably has a few months left to live.
Well, hey, good thing is, dude, he's not going to be part of the 10%. He's not going to be part of the 90%, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but they donated a lot of money and it was really
What about that guy?
Impactful.
Is his wife real bad? And
no, she's great.
She a whore?
She's great. No.
She's a succubus?
She can't really go anywhere. No, but it's a tough situation because they don't know after he passes, who's going to take care of her. And it's really expensive. Like that's
That's really fucked up.
But he put a lot of money towards them and it was really like helpful to my friend. So I can't really like talk shit.
But again, rich people do this shit. Like giving money is not like when you're fucking rich. You guys don't understand about being rich. Like when you have, I'm not rich. Like I'm not rich. Like I'm definitely have more money than the average man. Mm-hmm. But like let's just say you have like $1 million. You're making $50K a year. Let's just say you have $10 million. So like in the market, you're getting like let's just say a 10% return at a 5% withdrawal. Once these people, and I have nowhere near 10 million, I'm not rich. But like once you get like 10, 20, $30 million, which I'm sure that his net worth is up there because he scammed a lot of people, that man just fucking wakes up and he's making like $1 million like in a couple months, $1 million. And that's not
we're trying to raise 100K. So if anyone wants to do
but 100 Tate to the fucking con artist should be fucking, that should be nothing.
Well, I could say the same thing to you, it's nothing to you.
No, but Andrew, I don't know what's
but like I'm not entitled to people's money. Just
but what I'm saying,
I'm
saying, one good deed, that's like a fucking snake not biting you and saying, well, he's
Would you do a show with him? Like, would you ever like say this to his face, or would you just? Or you would?
The problem.
If I said I could set it up.
The problem with Andrew Tate, you guys, I'm real violent. I'd have to make sure I leave my gun in the car.
I could bring a security guard.
I'd have to make sure I leave my gun in the car. I don't know, man. I just like.
I think you guys would get along. Actually, is a funny thing. I think.
Well, as one sociopath the other, I'm sure we would.
Yeah, I think you guys would actually like.
No, as one sociopath the other, I'm sure we would. I'm sure I'd be like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. Get it?
Yeah.
But you guys,
because it's like I don't. You probably they would say you're a piece of shit for like the fight, right? Where the guy didn't have the teeth or whatever. Like people could say that.
I'm honest though. I'm not like I will let you know that.
Okay.
But I'm honest. Like, I'm
okay.
Like I'm honest. Like I was a fucked up, angry kid, and like I'm still fucked up, still angry a little bit. And I'm just honest. Like, but I don't think I'm a great person. By no, I'm a fucking piece of shit, guys. Real big piece of shit over here. I own it. But what I'm saying, you guys, and we can conclude this. Right? What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. We can conclude this. You can follow Pearl's advice. And
it's not advice.
And she could bring.
I didn't give any advice.
No, and
all I said is this is your chance.
And she could bring all the men up here who are like, life fucked me. This woman's a whore. She fucked my best friend. We could bring. Man, I really gotta shave this fucking beard a little bit. Look at this fucking camera, real bad. Anyways, we could bring all these men up here, and they could sit in the microphone and be like, my wife is a fucking whore. She left me and took off my shit and I'm paying out that shit. We can do that. And you could stay at home and you could play the Oblivion remastered and you could fucking, you know, like spells and shit and fucking swords and you could fucking jerk off to fucking porn and you could fuck the occasional fat chick you meet on Tinder. But let me tell you guys, that is not being a man. That's being a little fucking bitch. And if you want to continue that life and do that life, fucking hats off to you. But you'll be happier doing the fucking alternative. Go to the gym, work out, develop a personality.
Where did I say not to go to the gym? I love the gym.
No, but like you just like, and that's why that's why I say you pander. Like you pander to incels. Like
you pander to what you want to be true instead of what is.
Well,
like
how do buildings get made? You just don't snap your fingers and there's a fucking building that requires work. It requires work and dedication and this is where I agree with you. I'm so lucky. You think that like I would be, if it wasn't for fighting and my lawyer and all the luck that I got, I'd be a piece of shit. I'd be fucking banging some fucking crackhead right now. I'd probably be fucking shooting meth in my veins, you know, or I'd be smoking meth, you know. But I got lucky, I have money, and then I'm able to, if my girl left me right now, I could fucking replace her like that. Like fucking that. Like that.
Yeah.
But
she's gonna watch this.
No, I mean
sorry.
But doesn't that matter more?
No,
doesn't that matter more? I have fucking multiple houses, I have income. You don't think I could go replace my chick for a fucking 25-year-old that's fucking twice as hot? Of course I can. Of fucking course I could. But and you know, I'm not saying maybe one day we fucking break up and she leaves my ass for being a piece of shit. That's a possibility. I don't want to blame her. But I've made this commitment that I will be with you. And when some young little fucking hot chick walks by with big old fucking fake titties, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to leave my girl because I have made a commitment to be with you. And it's fucking hard work.
If only women had that same mindset.
It's hard though because it's like,
yeah.
I think
if only women thought the same.
If my woman
I believe you because you're a man.
If my woman ever leaves me, oh, you guys, it's fucking hard, dude. If my woman ever leaves me, it's not going to be because like she wanted to cheat on me. It's going to be because I probably I probably did something stupid. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like as a man, like again, you guys, I get fucking pussy fucking thrown at me. If I want to go on Instagram right now, like I get pussy thrown at me.
Can I see? Let me see the DMs.
Or like,
I've always wanted to see a famous guy's DMs and like what. Have you ever gotten like A-level celebrities?
No,
like
just
Margot
only,
Robbie's at the
most
Megan Fox.
Just OnlyFans chicks. But like,
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, you know, like my girl's the same age as me. Like I love her. I mean, I'm not saying one day she might fucking leave me, and that is that. But like, it requires fucking commitment to like, hey, I like you. I don't give a fuck if there's someone better than you. Like, hey, this is our life. This is good. And I think that like, I don't know, man. You just don't give people like the message. Like your message is all bleak.
The predictions are pretty bleak. Like there's been studies done. It's not by me, Sean. They're by like people like bankers.
And again,
like, bankers have put out studies that predict the next 10 years and like where things are going. And these are people with no political agenda. These are saying invest in invest in cat food because women are not going to have children. This is not like, I just look at the data and I do a show. And you want me to like, don't look at the data because it sounds bad. Like I can't do that.
No, I'm not.
I can't because it's bleak. I'm like, well,
you could look at it.
And if I say like, hey, year 7, I would be prepared. Okay. You know,
I mean,
that's what the data says.
But at some point though, like you just gotta like, you gotta want a better society, and you gotta want to like. What's
your plan? Better it.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Every person. I want to say every person.
No, I'll tell you my plan.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
tell you my plan. I mean, again, if my girl didn't want to have kids, that'd be a big problem. That might be an impasse for us. Do I really want kids? No. But if it comes down to it where she's like, hey, I just don't want a family. And I'm going to be like, hey, I'm living a fucking Groundhog Day every day. I don't really got to do that. Like, that'd be an impasse for me. But my ideal future, I don't know, man. Go like sell all my shit in Vegas. And again, I'm different because I'm going to be able to retire and have like I said, 10% withdrawal, 5% withdrawal. Like I'm different. I'll still work, you know, maybe I'll fucking work with Monster. They're good people. But I don't know, go buy like something small, simple, a little house, get like a couple acres, like kind of check out. Yeah, that sounds real fucking nice.
I meant you just said to fix society. So I said, what's your plan to
fix
society?
But you fix society by raising decent human beings. Like you fix society by having a decent daughter, by having a decent son. We're in this mess. My
dad raised really good kids, obviously.
Well, you said you got a brother, right?
I'm one of 10.
Do they have kids?
Some of them do.
Are they good dads? Some of them?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying,
but still, society has still gone downhill
because
it didn't do anything.
There's only a couple little white women out there with rich white women raising good kids. You know, the rest of them were all fucking shitbag degenerates. Like you're in such a small percentage of population. But what I'm saying, so what I would like to do, I mean, I think my end goal, and like this is fun. You know, this is fun. Fighting's fun. I like it. I still want to fight, but I don't know when I'm done. Go buy like. Not small, you know, like a okay house on like, I don't know, a few acres somewhere, like 10 minutes from a city and have a family and kind of forget who I am. Maybe delete the Instagram.
And then you'll be done with the podcasts.
Yeah, then I'll be done. And then, then I'll be done. And then maybe my girl fucking leaves me, takes half my shit, and I got to pull my gun out.
Pull your gun out. At least you're solution oriented.
Well, I mean, I think there should be a little threat of that, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, right?
They're going to play this clip and I'm going to be associated.
Well, you're going to jail. We got to put on yourself next. You're her than you.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, so that would be your solution, even though like in the grand scheme of things, it might not fucking matter. And like the stupid are breeding, the white trash are breeding, they're fucking ruining it for us. But at the end of the day, man, like, life is short, and there's two ways to view life, that nothing matters. You mean fucking nothing. Your life is meaningless. What you do matters. And like, that's like a really shitty way to live. And even if that is true, like even if like nihilism is true and like this is all a mistake and this is all an accident, like the simple act of belief in that is such a depressing way to live that like what you do doesn't matter.
Only if you're weak. Like I can be happy and know that this is the way the world's going. I'm saying,
you know, but not like, not
I think my life's going to be awesome, but I can't change society.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but you could live the way
Trump barely can do that. Like if Trump can't barely do it, Trump's like 5K. Will you ladies please have kids? I'll give you guys $5,000. And we're like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that like
Trump can't even do it. I think I'm better than Trump.
You could sit here, guys, and you could listen to Pearl and the statistics.
I just like cooked every argument you had.
Well, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I've never said you're wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that you choose the path of weakness. Like you teach men to be soft. And
I don't teach men to do anything.
Well, no,
I just say these are the facts.
You're like the mother pearl that they never had. That come lay on my chest and fucking let me make you feel better about yourself.
You are so dramatic.
No, it's true. It's like you're
so dramatic.
You're the fucking woman online.
I say, hey guys, these are the stats, and Sean Strickland cannot. The facts, they hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I mean, no, they fucking don't. I'm just saying that like you pander these fuckers because you are a woman. You know, you're okay, attractive. I don't know. You're like a fucking, I don't know what you say, like a 5'6", 6'6". I mean, she's getting skinny.
I usually say 5.
But she's getting skinny, bro. You lost a lot of weight. You look good.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you look like you lose on weight. Working out.
Thank you, I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's real fucking good over here. She's trying to get a man. She doesn't want to be the cat lady. Or maybe she wants to just become an OnlyFans chick now. God. Are you doing this to be on the fans? Or are you doing this to get hitched up?
Okay.
Is it time? No, but you guys, so what I'm saying is like, you know, you're a semi-attractive woman and these guys hear you talk and advocate for them and they just like, they're a fucking magnet to the pearl when you're not demonetized. The fucking men, they don't like her. We're gonna get like 5 views. Oh my God. But what I'm saying, and we conclude this. What I'm saying, Pearl, is you tell men to not try because failure is inevitable.
That is not what I say.
Yes, you do. You tell men that like you are just a number on a spreadsheet. And you
you said that. I did not say that.
This is what when you're dropping 10% of this and 10% of that.
That's the fact.
you are chalking everything up to a fucking statistic, a number on a spreadsheet, and you are telling men that why even try? Because failure never, why try? Why be a fucking man? And I just say, hey man, don't be a fucking pussy. No, fuck Pearl, fuck her statistic, be a fucking man. Go date a semi-attractive woman, have a fucking family.
Translation, the facts hurt my feelings. And so you want me to change what the reality is.
No, the problem is like your feelings though, you're telling men to be soft. Like
where do I tell men that?
You're giving men an easy way out.
Where do I tell them that? Men never have an easy way out in life. They never do.
Well, no, you are giving them an easy way because you're saying, hey, go work at fucking Best Buy, play video games and jerk off to anime.
I'm saying that's what you're saying. I'm saying that's already happening. I'm telling you why.
And I'm
saying this is the reason is men are asking what's in it for them.
And I'm telling you to change it. Go join a gym. Start fucking training. Make a friends group. Be fucking social.
Yeah, but like, what do you have a God complex? Like they're gonna hear this and do it?
No, I don't.
People are gonna do what they're gonna do.
I don't think they will.
I'm just here to translate why.
But if you listen to fucking Pearl, you're gonna be in a fucking dark room looking at a fucking computer screen, pissed off. Like this is
so
like this is what. No, I'm not dramatic.
You are
like,
so dramatic.
This is what you're fucking telling them to do. Like
I don't tell them to. Where did I tell them to do that?
Your message is so fucking bleak and fucked up that it's like, why would anybody want to do anything else?
It's not bleak. It's not fucked up. It's what's happening.
But so
okay, so if up to
why not do the hard thing? Why not do the hard thing?
What's the hard thing?
The hard thing is all women are whores, as we know. The hard thing is to fucking try to go to the gym, be in shape, be social.
I go to the gym.
I'm not talking about you. You're a fucking woman. Social. You don't count.
Like,
I'm not talking about you. You're a fucking woman.
I don't tell men not to go to the gym.
No, you fucking are sitting here pandering. You're like, I'm gonna go have a divorce guy come in here and talk about how shitty fucking women are.
It's so interesting. We could go into any of your social circles, and I guarantee I would find somebody that it's happened to.
But again, 100% you can. You could find someone who's died of fucking cancer. You could find someone who's paralyzed. Like 100%. You could always find these.
So, you want me to like ignore what's going on to make people feel better? You want me to like not report on what I see?
I want you to tell people and help people become the 10%. Because the more people that become the 10%, that 10% is going to get a lot bigger.
What do I know about becoming the 10% of men? I'm not a man. I can't coach a man into being like, do you think I could coach
It's fucking very simple. Men out there, go to the gym. Go do an MMA. Get a friends group.
Yeah, but why would I coach a guy on how to lift when I'm a woman?
Because
the lifts we do are completely...
Negativity is so much easier to pander. Like it's so
not
much
negative.
I mean,
like,
how do you think Trump got elected? Like
what is negative about saying this is where society's like? I could find I would argue, and I put this in a positive light, that the people that stay married today, it's the most pure form of marriage ever in history. Because before people stayed for religion, they stayed for the kids, and they stayed for all these other reasons. But today, if you stay with somebody, that means you really love them because nothing's keeping you. But barely any people get that, sadly.
I agree. No,
yeah,
it's funny.
I don't like, if you actually listen to my stuff, it's not as nihilistic as
this
you're
really
saying.
backfired on me. Like I thought I told my girl, I was like, we had a fight, and I was like, babe, listen, how many people live in America? What, 600 million or no, 600 billion. Like a lot of people live in America. I mean, it's a lot. It's going up all the time. Like, what is it, 600 and is it 500? It's up there, right? It was like 300, 10 years ago. So it has to be going up there. I was like, babe, if me and you broke up today, I'm going to be fine. You're going to meet some boring motherfucker. You're going to meet some boring guy you're probably not going to like. I'll meet a girl. No, we're going to be fucking fine. But like, what makes love or whatever the fuck you want to call this special is we acknowledge the numbers and we acknowledge the facts that there's probably somebody better out there for us, and we choose to make this work.
Yeah. And I do think the people that make it work today are more in love than any other generation.
It's not more in love. It's just like you just got to sack the fuck up. You got to sack the fuck up.
Right, but saying that doesn't change that people aren't, right? People are not staying, women divorce over nothing all the time, and that does happen. So the people
gotta discipline them strong.
So the people that do stay, they're really in love, right? I mean, I would say, you know what? I would say guys, the women that stay not really.
Let me tell you, love is love's fucking bullshit. Like there's no fucking
get off my show. You just said I'm nihilistic.
Well, like
this whole show, you have been calling me the incel panderer, blah blah blah, and you end it with love is fucking.
Well, like,
I am done.
No, like if
I am so done.
If I had to say what love was, and if I had to give you like a definition of like what I view love as, like it's all just like neurological fucking chemicals in your brain. So like you meet a woman, you got these like fucking chemicals, your dick's hard 24/7. You can't even, she texts you, the dick tingles, you know, and that's like a primitive mechanism to get you to want to fuck the woman. And then obviously that wears off. I don't know. For some people, it's years. For me, it's like 3 months. Sure. But, you know, that wears off. But like in that process of you like getting to know someone because your brain's fucking with you with chemicals, like you really get to know them. Like you get to know their habits. You get to know how they speak. Like you get to know them to such a level where like you know what they're going to say because you spend so much time with them. Like your bed is their bed. Like everything about them becomes like your brain makes so many neurological pathways that you almost have a copy of this person in your brain and they're gone. And like that copy is like gone. And this is why I say like, this is why like if you have an ex and like you have that nostalgia thing where you think back like, oh yeah, I remember when she used to suck my dick and we used to have good times. And you don't remember you don't remember all the bad times. And it's because like the good times make these like neurological pathways, but like a fight, you don't really remember the fight. You don't really remember the fight, but you remember the time she slept on your fucking chest. She slept in the bed with you. So like you almost make this like copy of this woman in your head. And like, that's what love is. Like love is like commitment. It's not like eventually like, yeah, you think that like, you don't think that a fucking girl walks by and my dick doesn't fucking tingle? 100%, dude. There's no such thing as fucking love. It's commitment. It's fucking hard work.
Yeah, and I really hope it works out for you.
I mean, me too, guys.
And I really hope,
trying to make it work.
And as I always say, I really hope it works out for the guys out there.
But
if I had to bet,
yeah, like
if I was a betting woman,
when you're with somebody long enough, you guys, like it's not like, it ain't like day one when you fucking, your dick was tingling every time. That's just not how it fucking works, you guys. Especially
so funny.
For me.
Guys will like sell marriage and then like the next sentence will be something that's like talking them out of it.
Get married, but it also sucks. It also fucking sucks.
They're like, do it, but like it won't be that good.
But the alternative is just being a fucking caveman. It's being a fucking monkey. Like the alternative to like being with somebody, it's literally just being a monkey. It's waking up.
Not really.
Yes, it is.
People have just like long-term relationships break up and they go into the next one. Like you dated girls before your girlfriend.
Yeah, but at some point, but I'm saying, but at some point you got to
like,
progress and be a man, have family. Just how it goes. You must. Don't be a fucking
I know,
child.
but men aren't good enough for women to do that today. Like that women are saying that they're not good enough. So what are they supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, again, my life is different than the average man's life. I don't fucking know that. But like, yeah, Pearl, I hope you're not a cat lady and I hope you don't take your advice. And I hope you meet a man.
I don't give advice.
And I hope you meet a man and you deactivate your Instagram.
Oh my God.
And you go to a fucking mountain somewhere and have a family.
And I hope that one day the facts don't offend you and that you don't have
Or
to.
maybe I'm not, hopefully one day I'm not a statistic.
Yes. I hope not.
Just have a loaded gun on you at all times.
But if I was a betting woman, sorry. I never wish it upon anybody. But, you know.
But I'm okay with that. Like, I mean, I'm okay with that. If me,
I know that's a good mentality to have, but most men don't see it coming. That's the problem. You're much more red pilled than most men.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, but you also got to be a man. Like, if my girl were to leave me tomorrow, I'm sad, but like, you got to be a fucking man.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta fucking be a man. You gotta bury that shit. Like, this whole modern man of like, talk about feelings and be sad. No, motherfucker, don't be sad. Don't be a fucking pussy. Bury that shit and move the fuck on. Like I hate like this modern day fucking man of like, oh, you gotta talk about your feelings and like you're allowed to be sad. My girl tells me all the time, like, Sean, you could be sad. I'm like, what? Like, babe, do you want to see my bank account? Unless I have fucking cancer, I will never ever be fucking sad. If you fucking, I'm not allowed to be sad. Like I am not, as a man, I have no fucking problems. Fucking not allowed to be sad. Don't be sad, guys. Fucking real fucking weak, real fucking soft. Bunch of fucking pussies.
thanks for coming on today, Sean.
Yeah, Pearl. I mean,
I did cook you. I will say I did cook.
Yeah, dude, you say that, you guys, but wait until
Let me know who cooked in the
you
comments.
say that, you guys, until she's a fucking 40-year-old Catwoman. I'm gonna be like, hey, Pearl, I really wish you would have just fucking sacked up and had a family. You'd been real better off.
gosh.
Then you could have took half his shit. At least you'd have a kid, and instead you're gonna be a fucking cat lady.
Fine. I will. Okay, well, thank you for coming. Thanks for coming on, Sean.
All right, by the way, this company doesn't sponsor me, but they make really good holsters. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, just shout out to them, guys. If you notice the hat I'm wearing, don't try it on me. If you
All
need a
right.
holster.
Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate it. I
Yeah,
know
I
you
got
don't.
you.
I know you don't
Hey,
do interviews often.
Let's get a fucking baby in this woman, all right, guys?
Oh my
Somebody out
gosh,
there,
please stop.
put a fucking baby in her. It's time. It's fucking time.
Okay, guys, please like the video.
She wants it. She wants to be a mom. She's gonna be the 10%. She's the one, you guys.
All right. Well, maybe aren't you? What about you? Where's your kid?
Dude, trust me, guys. I'm
You've
at
talked
this.
all this. I have said marriage.
No,
is
I'm
a
at
bad
this. No,
deal.
I'm at this impasse. I'm telling you. Trust me, guys. I'm there.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
No. Where's the kid? When's
no,
it
I'm
coming?
there. I'm there. Me and my woman are kind of at like this impasse where we're deciding like, is this what we want? So yeah, no, trust me. Me and you, we're in the same ballpark. I mean, not me and you. We're not in the same fucking ballpark. She's gonna find a nice white conservative religious man, but I mean, it doesn't have to be fucking white. You know, it could be brown, black, yellow.
Oh my god.
I just can't see you with an Asian. I really can't. I just can't. You're too tall. It's too awkward, you know? Like this can next to fucking Pearl.
Oh my god.
It was yellow. But anyways, guys, that's a wrap. You got anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
That's all I got. But thank you so much. I know you don't do interviews often. Thanks for doing a fun back and forth.
Yeah, Pearl's a fucking homie, you guys. I just don't want her to be a fucking cat lady. So Pearl, stop taking her own advice.
Okay, you're gonna be a cat man. So like the video, guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.